This is Dr. Fontaine here. I thought I would share some of my internet misconceptions that I've come across this week. What I mean by that, as a longevity physician, we have a practice focused on prevention based on cardiometabolic health and hormone optimization. So every week I get emails from my patients and from other people asking me about this video or all sorts of other things. So I'm going to share some, and I'm going to kind of go over what I think is right in these social media or YouTube type posts, what is wrong, and why they sort of misrepresent the big picture, which is the important part. The first video I want to talk about, I received a video, and I'm not into controversy and calling people out, so I'm going to just summarize the video without using any names. There's a video of a doctor who was looking in the camera and saying how statins are horrible because they cause insulin resistance. All right, what was right about this video? Insulin resistance is horrible, right? I will not disagree with that. I am a big fan of optimizing insulin sensitivity and metabolic health. It is the key to health, more important than anything. Are statins bad? Like any medication, they have their weaknesses, but they're not bad in general, right? What I mean by that is it's mainly high-dose statins that cause insulin resistance, not low-dose statins. Usually you only need a low dose of a statin to decrease arterial inflammation, decrease the lipids enough to be in the safe level, and stabilize plaque. So you can get those benefits without insulin resistance. And if you do have insulin resistance, most of the time, I hate to admit it to you guys, or hate to say it to you guys, I can admit it to myself, no problem. It's the fork in your mouth and the furniture that your behind is sitting on, okay? Forks and furnitures cause insulin resistance way more than statins. Okay, so what was good about the video? He brought up insulin resistance. What was bad? He's blaming it on statins. The reality is, if you look at the big picture is this. You need to optimize both the lipid levels and the insulin sensitivity, right? So why do you want to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, oh, lowering LDL is bad? Well, to a certain level, lowering LDL is not bad. It's helpful. And statins stabilize plaque. So they're helpful. So I'm not going to throw out the statins. But I'm also not going to tell someone and mislead them that, hey, if you take a statin, you get your cholesterol below 55, you're good, you can never get a heart attack. That's not true. So the big picture, which I like to look at, is why don't we use both? Why don't we optimize your metabolic health through nutrition, exercise, medications, and why don't we optimize your dyslipidemia through lifestyle as well and medications? And then we have a win-win situation. We're optimizing cardiometabolic health, decreasing your risk of atherosclerosis, atherosclerotic events. It's pretty straightforward. You don't have to be either only statin or only metabolic health. Why don't you take the best of both? It's common sense to me.